She's known by Luton fans as the Old Girl, and the Old Girl has had a bit of a makeover, a new look Kenilworth Road, up to scratch and ready for the Premier League. Some fans got a first taste of it in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday, but tomorrow is the big debut.
That's one thing that we're really hopeful of, that actually Kenilworth Road, this Old Girl, becomes something special for people to remember.
The chief executive has been right across every aspect of the £10 million rebuild and invited our cameras along to record every step, starting back in mid-May and that very special final night at the Old Girl.
This throwback of a stadium, this stadium that is going to have some real logistical issues to address if they are promoted. Oh, that's useful, and in! Lockyer! Kenilworth Road erupts! Luton Town are Wembley bound. Luton enjoy the taste of EFL playoff victory.
Wembley went well, of course, and within moments of celebration starting, work on preparing Kenilworth Road for the Premier League began.
The time we won at Wembley, we did literally have trucks parked up outside ready to go, so there's no minute left really spare. We had to get going straight away. It's a military operation. We've literally every single hour of the day has been spent in every corner of the ground doing something.
A military operation indeed. It had to be best foot forward to get it all done in time. Only around 90 days to do so much, including a new stand with TV gantry, upgraded floodlights, new toilets, technical area, improvements to the away dressing room, safe standing, new main entrance, extra parking, media suite, TV studio, extra and better disabled facilities. Not to mention relaying the pitch after all the construction was done, and underneath it all, £1 million worth of cabling. That's where electrician David Wood comes in. He's a big Luton fan.
Absolutely amazing to be in the Premier League. I was down here for 20 years, so I was here in the conference when we had 12, 14 away fans coming down on a dark Tuesday night. But to be in the Premier League, just amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Down the road in Luton, there's a brand new stadium on the way. But until then, Kenilworth Road remains home. The big change for the big league is the new Bobbers stand. Gone are those corporate and executive boxes hastily erected in the 1980s. Replaced by a state-of-the-art TV gantry needed to help cater for 50 matchday cameras. And below the gantry, room for around 1,000 new seats. The extra capacity means Kenilworth Road won't be the smallest stadium in the Premier League. Bournemouth will. Gary Sweet has one eye on this season and one eye on the future.
It's really important that we bring this alive and make it feel like it's integrated as a part of the football stadium. Now, we could have done this an awful lot cheaper and actually in some ways quicker. But I think what we're doing here is actually adding to Kenilworth Road. We're improving it, we're making it feel like it's a part of the Old Girl that exists. This stand here is going to be taller, it's going to be more imposing on this side. There'll be supporters on this side making a noise as well that you won't be able to avoid, that opposition players won't be able to avoid. The structural engineers that we've used are used to building things for the likes of Glastonbury and other festivals and a lot of the expos around the world. We don't really like waste, so we're trying to reuse a lot of it. And if we can't use it, then somebody else will.
Despite all the changes, this stadium remains as traditional as they come. Situated amidst the terraced houses, you can sense the almost 120 years of history, the relegations, the promotions, non-league to Premier League, the bad times, the good times, the rainy days, and now, of course, the sunshine. And at Kenilworth Road now, as for the past 50 years, you're never far away from Mr. Sunshine himself. The famous fan and former club director would think the new mix of traditional and new very wise.
Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love.
Martin Payne has given plenty of love to the club since he was 10. Here he is in Luton Orange, celebrating that playoff semi-final success. He's a season ticket holder, this is his seat, and getting Kenilworth Road ready for the Premier League was his project. He's senior site manager. And now it's down to you
To deliver.
to deliver. No pressure?
Just a little bit. Not as much as final, but yeah.
Really?
It's all right. It's not as tense as the final was, but yeah, we're doing all right.
Since the start, Martin's been putting in the hours, making sure all runs smoothly. It's been a big job, and for him, a dream job.
Clearing through. So the original bobber stand, just watch behind you. Original bobber stand, steps.
It's been 2 away games in the Premier League so far and 2 defeats. The manager can't wait for home advantage.
Just so tight, it's so intense. And it's amazing what, we'll be maybe 11,500 now instead of 10,000, but it's amazing the noise and how that place can rock. And you're spot on. We're going to need that this year. Home form will be really, really key for us.
This is Kenilworth Road. This should probably be a new Kenilworth Road.
And the new Kenilworth Road is bracing itself for Friday night football.
And a view the players will see just as they come out is the new stand. This place is going to be an environment that we're going to love and the opposition we hope are going to hate. And I don't really care if people think it's unfair or think it's a tough place to come. Really don't care about that.
Tuesday night was a test event. Since then, work has been stepped up to make everything Premier League ready.
Past 3 or 4 days has been about 200, 220 people on site every day. And some of these guys are working 12-hour shifts or having a bit of a break and coming back.
So as the race to kick-off continues, the chief executive gave us a tour. Watch the wet paint, everyone.
Wet paint, boys, wet paint.
Yellow means deadline day, and Kenilworth Road's deadline is Friday night.
They're old anyway.
The stadium is now a mixture of old and new. The home dressing room hasn't been given a brush-up, but the away one has.
And a lot of people have been saying, what are you doing to make the away dressing room more intimidating? Well, this just does prove that we're quite hospitable to our visiting team. We've sort of renovated this. The space is what it is, but we've made the most of it. Interview room 3.
The Premier League requires multiple interview rooms.
Interview room 4. And if you then follow me.
But where put them all?
We then have the last one, which is interview room 5. Formerly a storage cupboard. And probably still is. He's our ticket office manager. Because he's had to move, he's had to be relocated as well. He's got a new office here. All right, Mike? I kept talking about the rather rubbish entrance that Erling Haaland might walk in. We made it a bit nicer, not just for him, but for everybody that comes into the main entrance now.
All set for Friday night is the traditional-looking Eric Morecambe suite. Nothing's changed in here. Well, apart from the club pen, that is. Gary Cottrell, Sky Sports.